And here I'm back again, showing off my favorite copy here of A Christmas Carol. And I just wanted to remind you, this is part 2 of working on the cover for Martha's Book of Dreams. And if you haven't seen part 1, there's a link down below, and you can go watch part 1 right now, and then come back and see what we do to make the cover really pretty and cozy and Christmassy. So let's get into it. Add a bit of gold to it. I was tempted to play around with yellowing this, but this picture already has a beautiful yellowy glow, so I don't think I'm going to make the leaded pane window look yellowy. I'm going to use gilding wax and go around the edge, because this is quite thick, and that edge, you can clearly see from that edge that it's cardboard. So I'm just going to go around using my finger. I think my gilding wax is finally starting to dry out, and I've had it for a few years now. So I'm just going around the edge. I don't mind if a little bit shows on the top. Well, this might be my last Christmas for this jar of gilding wax. It's working, but it's losing its nice pasty feel. But it still smells good. I might keep it just so that I can smell it every once in a while. Oh my goodness, I love the smell of this wax. I hope I can still get it. I got it on Amazon. If you're wondering, it is Pebeo Empire Gold. So I just got it on Amazon years and years ago. And if you don't like my technique, I have been trying to find tutorials on gilding wax and how to do it with paper crafting, and I have yet to find a tutorial on it. So I've just been using the Catherine's by Guess and by Golly method. Be very careful with your gilding wax, because if you plop a little crumb somewhere, you'll have gilding wax everywhere. Trying to get rid of it is like trying to get rid of glitter. There we go. And then I'm also going to do inside. I didn't think this would be so long, but I think I took time to make an introduction and sort of give you guys a little glimpse into where I'm going with what I hope this journal will be, and whether it sits on my shelf until next Christmas or until you know, they figure out this tariff situation, and whether they will ever restore the clause that allowed like things for $800 and less to not be tariffed. But as of right now, it's not looking like the powers that be are budging on their stand on that, which is, I feel, way worse. For me, it's an inconvenience, but there are businesses that are suffering on both sides of the border that are having a terrible time with this. So hopefully it gets sorted out soon. All right, so get it off your fingers as soon as you can, because it is you'll find gilding wax on things you didn't know could get gilded. I want a cotton swab. Where did I put my cotton swabs? I couldn't find my cotton swab, so I'm just going to use this little offcut. And sometimes if you see some gilding wax and you don't like where it is, you can just rub hard on it and it will, some of it will come up. And yes, it's doing that. I really love the color of this window frame now. Much, much nicer. All right, so if you'll bear with me, let's at least finish this window. I'm going to fold that because there's some gilding wax on that side of the paper. That looks so much nicer. So here's our picture. Let me come down a bit more. Here's our picture. Here's the color that was. I think they fight against each other. And here's the color that we have made it. Isn't that nice? Oh, I like that so much better. I'm so happy. All right, so I'm going to get a pencil and I'm going to draw around there and there. All right, so let's trim this. I'm going to trim on the inside edge of my pencil line so that it's not sticking out past the window frame. This doesn't have to be precise because it's going to be on the other side of your window frame. Our window frame, I guess, if you were doing this yourself. There we go. Let's see. Cross your fingers. That's going to be nice. I can still see a little bit of the white up there. So here's where you get out your antique linen and get a little brush. Get a little bit of your antique linen and just go on that white. Hopefully you can see. And that may look funny and it may never show for you, but I wouldn't be able to unsee it if there was a little tiny, tiny bit. There we go. All right, so now this needs to be the right size, but it doesn't need to be as big as the white one. I am going to freehand it. Oh, let's just do this because it's going to get glued down first. There we go. So that's going to go there. I might take this in a little bit. And then it'll go on top. All right, here we go. I'm going to use 3-in-1 for this next part because I'm going to be gluing plastic onto cardboard. Oh. There we go. And all right, there we go. Good. So now, hold on. All right, thank goodness for 3-in-1. I glued it down the wrong side. This side's gray, that side's black. So let's re-glue it. I have more sheets if I needed them. I think I just re-glued it the same way down. Hold on 1 minute. Whew. So I did it in time. I think it still would have worked out anyways. I think I would have been able to peel that off no problem. Thanks to 3-in-1 will let you do that, especially with things like plastic. And I was able to, the glue that was on this side of it from gluing it down the wrong way, just rolled right off. So there we go. So now that's ready. Let's make sure the window's clean. I need my husband here. He's awesome on cleaning windows. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to 3-in-1 again, because I don't know what parts of this picture are going to be touching plastic and which are going to be, let's get this up higher, I'm sorry, or which are going to be touching the inside of the frame. And it really doesn't matter because this is shiny and glossy and so is this. And I find sometimes PVA type glues and definitely a glue stick would sometimes does not like to hold a glossy finished paper or cardstock as well, but 3-in-1 will, or Fabri-Tac, that kind of glue. There we go. Now I'm going to flip it over so that I know I can place it properly and turn it this way. Fortunately, with 3-in-1, it gives you a little bit of wiggle time. Oh, I'm really, really happy with that. Let's move it over just a touch so that is not sticking out over the edge. That's good. And that's even. Is that showing? That looks really nice. All right, let's see what our cover is going to look like after all that. I'm not going to glue it down on camera because this has already gone on way too long. But we will be able to put that up there like that. Oh, let's come back a bit. So it's going to go on like that, and then that's going to go on there. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Oh, I'm very, very happy with how this looks. And then I'm going to maybe put a little Christmas vignette here. I'm not sure what we're going to do, or maybe some lace down the spine. We'll see. I'm not going to worry about the spine for now. So the next time we get together, these will be in place and glued down. I hope you enjoyed that and get a little idea of what Martha's Book of Dreams is going to look like before we go into her house and into her world, and see about maybe what it was like starting as an apprentice, and maybe by the end she'll be an older woman and have children of her own and maybe grandchildren. We'll see. I don't know yet. Okay, take care, and I'm going to try and keep the next ones, haha, famous last words, the next installments a little shorter. I'm going to try and do small tasks so that it's not such a big viewing. I may even cut this video in half. We'll see. All right, take care, and we'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye.